Hey everyone, welcome back to What's Happening. So Mr. Albsure is speaking out in an interview that he did with Fox 5 New York, and he's talking about the scary, harrowing experience that he just went through that basically almost nearly cost him his life. And after waking up from being in a coma for almost 2 months, he shared on social media that he did require an organ transplant, a blood transfusion, extensive surgeries, and that he also suffered from sepsis and was intubated and had to have lymph nodes removed, among some other painful and life-threatening procedures. Now, during his interview, the 54-year-old R&B singer and radio host recalled the moment that he collapsed in the studio and needed to be rushed to the hospital. Albsure, whose real name is Albert Joseph Brown III, said he remembered being put in a wheelchair and his friend taking him to the hospital. After being placed in the hospital bed, he says the next thing he knew, 2 months had passed him by. He said it was July 2022, and then it was October. He also mentioned that he was intubated, he was on a ventilator, and he also had a tracheotomy. But he said there were so many things going on that at this point, the doctors were actually considering sending him to hospice. Now, after waking up from his coma, Albsure shared on social media that he did require an organ transplant, blood transfusions, extensive surgeries, and that he also suffered from sepsis. He was intubated and had to have lymph nodes removed, among some other painful and life-threatening procedures. Now, during the interview, he did express that what people don't truly understand, unless you've been through this type of medical journey, he said most people take for granted breathing, tying their shoes, and even speaking. He did note that as details of his health crisis began to surface, he received many calls and letters from all over the world.
Keep your spirit right. Know that we praying for you. We love you. And everything's in God's hand.
And all of my amazing, industry colleagues and friends and, everybody from, Snoop and Halle Berry and just, everybody's been reaching out to send love, prayers.
One of the most memorable, his recent letter from Vice President Kamalaharris.
Receiving this beautiful, beautiful piece of mail from the White House.
Nice.
From the Vice President.
Nice. Wait, so it was from Kamala?
Yes.
Now, about 3 weeks ago, Albsure posted on his Instagram that even though he's a fall risk and that he walks with a cane, he says, "I am able, but I'm still alive." So we are so glad to see that he is doing better. He also talked about making sure that you have an advocate, somebody that can speak for you in the hospital just in case you can't speak for yourself. So we are so glad to see that he is out of the coma. He's back to getting his strength back. And he also basically said he's back to business. He's working on writing a book about his life, creating a podcast, and producing new music. He also recently narrated a documentary about the life of the Reverend Al Sharpton entitled The Loudmouth. I thank you all for listening and watching, and as always, I will talk to you in the next video. Please give this video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this, and I will talk to you in the next video.